Progress podcast with our hosts, Braden and Cece.
So today we're gonna talk to y'all about a little bit of everything, but we wanted to focus on the strike that happened recently with the Youngstown City Schools. The class of 2024's specific school career. I feel like we had a very unique school career with all the things that happened to us and all the setbacks that we had to go through, and some student-teacher relations that we've had throughout our school career and how they've impacted us. So CC did some research on COVID-19 and how the pandemic and everything like that affected us, and found some interesting things to talk to you guys about today.
So COVID has impacted a lot of students in the U.S., especially with COVID and everything. A lot of kids in like just the U.S. we've had more of a percentage of testing positive for COVID than any of them, like the countries and stuff. And it got to a point where it ended up having a really bad outbreak and everything.
Yeah, I feel like the way our schools are structured definitely help with that. The hallways are always really crowded in between switching classes
Yeah.
and stuff. You can't really avoid that with bigger schools, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's really structured that well with like how switching classes and stuff is set up, and that definitely helped with the spread of COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially with having the pencils, everybody touching every pencil,
Mhm,
paper, and everything
definitely.
else. A lot of kids actually, it impacted a lot of kids, especially when everybody had to go virtual. They felt like they couldn't go hang out with their friends. They couldn't interact, being that we had to stay inside. So it took a big impact on their mental health, and that was like a really bad thing at that point.
Yeah, quarantine definitely it isolated everyone. It made
Yeah.
everyone feel alone and like really have to deal with themselves more. And a lot of people don't have to spend that much time with themselves, and
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't work well with that. And
they've had more of they were what would I say that word? More so trying to find the word.
more self time, like
Yeah.
time to reflect with themselves. And yeah, a lot of people face mental health problems. With me specifically, I felt the schooling got really weird.
Yeah.
When I switched to at home schooling, like just in front of a laptop all day, I couldn't motivate myself. Like
Yeah.
no, literally, you have a laptop in front of you that can access the entire history of the world. Why do I want to look at some math pages?
Right.
Mm.
Especially if you're at home, you're at home, like you're not at school, so you feel like you can like relax and everything, but at a certain point you can because you actually have to do schooling from home.
Yeah, it was hard, at least for me, to motivate myself to focus in that environment, especially with the age that I was at, because we were what, 7th, 8th grade when quarantine
grade?
like really, quarantine really hit us.
8th or 9th grade, yeah.
Yeah, 8th grade into 9th, and like those are kind of pivotal years in your development in your youth. It kind of shapes who you're going to be in those times, and then just being isolated in that time and not being able to learn social cues from people and stuff like that. It had weird impacts on us, and I feel like everyone became a lot more sensitive during that time. They just started like focusing on themselves and what made them angry and what made them happy, and
They were more self-conflicted.
yeah, a lot more self-conflicted, and I feel like that shows in our society more today.
Yeah, especially now, being at home and everything, it's a lot more conflict with school and everything. Basically, since we went 1 year without seeing it, but now it's like we're still getting back into everything, and it's having more of a chaos on everybody.
Yeah, definitely. And how did it impact your school development, like your actual schoolwork? Were you able to focus the same? Were you able to?
For me, I'm more of a hands-on type person.
Mhm.
Like I need to do things hands-on. I could still like study everything from a computer.
Mhm.
But like for me, like doing project stuff, I need to be more hands-on with it. I can't just do it from a computer.
Yeah, I get
If
you.
that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like our generation too. We seen the switch of it going from like when we were young, we had the spelling test, we had multiplication tests, all that stuff. It was pencil paper. Everything was like in front of you. Now it's like a laptop. It's
Right.
clicks. It's
Everything's
inputs.
electronic now.
Yeah, it's different. I preferred writing, and I feel like the switch is weird. I wasn't able to focus the same or apply myself the same.
Everything started going more electronically during our 7th grade year. That's
Yeah.
when they brought in the computers, the tablets, and everything.
Mhm. like my schools had them before, but then because quarantine mandated it, everyone had
Mhm.
their own, and then they just rolled with it.
Right.
Google
They were
Classroom is the new normal.
yeah.
It's just weird.
Well, for like homeschool kids, they could probably like have school but like have that computer. But then there's other kids that do like the homeschool, like they do work from home, like they get their
Mhm.
own activities and everything else.
Definitely. So with COVID-19, did you see any other facts about like how it impacted our generation specifically, like health wise?
It actually impacted 95.7% of our country
Mm-hmm.
with the outbreak and everything, especially like the mental health rates. It got really bad.
Definitely. We had so many therapists and stuff come to the school and talk to the students, and that's just an indication of how bad it is. If you have to have
Right.
7 different student or therapists in 1 year come talk to your school,
It's
it's not going good.
bad,
It's not going good.
especially too because you never know what kids are going through at home.
Mm-hmm.
That they need
Everyone
to
has
go
their
to
own
school.
stories and things that they deal with, and you have to put on your school face and push it all behind.
Especially if you don't like school. Stay
I
in
mean,
school,
who really
kids.
does like school?
Stay in school, kids. Graduate.
Your education is very important.
Yeah. Especially if you want to go to college and do your thing,
Mhm.
go to school.
Definitely. Or trade school. College isn't the only
Yeah,
route.
trade school too.
Hmm. So we have a couple other hosts who have some interesting topics to share to you.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back.
I guess.
Welcome back. We got a new co-host,
My name-
Chris.
My name is Chris.
Welcome, Chris. How
Thank
you
you.
doing, man? How you feeling?
Good. How are you?
Feeling good. So we're going to talk about the strike that happened with the Youngstown City Schools, how it affected us, the students. Because y'all heard everything from the teachers. Y'all heard everything from the administrators. But y'all ain't hear nothing from the students. So, strike. That was crazy, man.
Yes.
Like 3 school weeks of them just bickering back and forth.
And it was unexpected.
Very unexpected. On our senior year, too. Y'all couldn't do this last year.
But I'll say it worked out for me overall because on the first strike day, right?
Mhm.
I had work. So I got to skip school and just go to work.
Yeah, it did work out for some of us with how busy our schedules have become because we're seniors now. But so how did you feel about the strike? How did you feel about everything that happened? How do you feel about like the resolution, us going back to school, all that?
Overall, it affected us because, when we went back to school, we were prepared. We had all of our stuff set up. But when we were trying to
Yeah,
go
we weren't
back and getting prepared for school, it just threw us off because, we were got off for 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like kids were missing out on their education.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people missed out on some educations. I feel like that hurt the lower grades some more, I feel like, than us. Honestly, senior year has kind of been coasting. Well, it's not really that challenging.
It's honestly cool for us. It's the lower generation that's worried about it now.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that would really suck for like the younger grades. And some people like school's an escape for them. Some people need to go to school. And
Be around different people, different environments.
Exactly. Some people, it's a break from their home environment, and their home environment might not be the best positive solution or environment. And school is just a better place for them.
It could be toxic, not supportive. But when you go to school, you got everybody supporting you. You got teachers.
Exactly. It's
coaches.
a lot being poured into you.
Yeah.
A lot of good energy around you.
Don't eat at home; they just eat at school.
Oh, that's a very good point brought up by Taiwan. He said that a lot of people don't get meals at home, and the school lunch and the school breakfast is a lot of their nutrition that they're receiving, and that's very truthful. A lot of people need that, and so I was doing some research on the strike, and this is crazy. I found out that a teacher named Shane Snyder was struck by an administrator named Aaron Bowie III. He was the executive director of elementary education. He was struck by a car.
You got hit?
By a car. Witnesses said that they saw him coming in at a high rate of speed. One witness saw him roll off of the car. That's crazy. I don't know if it was intentional. I'm not going to make any allegations because I'm not trying to get into legal disputes. But that's crazy. Hit by a car.
He flipped over the car?
He rolled off of it. That's what one of the witnesses saw. A strike between teachers and administrators is never that serious if it was intentional. Do better. If it wasn't unfortunate accident. Thought that was interesting though.
for like the contract, I heard like next year starting out, they could go right back on strike.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the things that they talked about wasn't very resolved, and they just kind of rushed us back into school because they needed to hurry with things. Man, also our homecoming, poor homecoming. Every other school has already had it. I've been seeing so many people in their dresses, their
Already got their
tuxes,
photos, all that.
already got their photos. We lacking. We're
Pretty much.
lacking.
gotta
We
wait
just
until the
got our dates.
21st.
We're just getting our tickets today, I think.
Really?
Yep.
Mm. How do you feel about our homecoming getting pushed back?
Homecoming, it's unfortunate, but it's really nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there really is nothing we can do about it. It's just out of our hands. I
Gotta
feel
keep
like
going.
that's the life of a student. Everything is just out of our hands. We just kind of have to go with the systems that are being put in place,
Kind of living as we go.
living as we go. Just like the strike, it just kind of happened.
Same
So,
thing with
wait, what were you saying?
I was gonna
Chris?
say the same thing for like with like COVID and stuff, right? It just like took us out of our element, put us all like online, not knowing what's
Exactly.
going on.
Exactly. That's one of the things that is just hurt our generation. I feel like not generation, our school class, like the class
Like
of
as a
2024.
collective.
Yeah, as a collective and the other grades, but it's just another setback that's been put in place for our education, another adjustment that we had to put up with. Very stupid.
But we always get over it.
Always, because we like that. Anyway, we'll be back, y'all, with more topics.
Welcome back with our new hosts, Taiwan and Cece.
Hi, hello guys. My name's Cece,
Hello, guys. My name is Taiwan.
and today we're gonna talk about where we're from and how we feel about where we're from.
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio,
From Youngstown, Ohio, as well.
and I feel like the city is violent.
Very. It honestly doesn't feel home anymore. It honestly feels like we just like came here. Doesn't feel safe anymore, especially with a lot of shootings and everything that's been happening. Like when we were 6, like when we were younger, it's like that age, we felt like more safe. We could play outside and everything, have a good time outside and everything. It's like now we can't even go outside without even being scared to go outside.
Right. And it's hard to make it out this city.
Mm-hmm.
I love this city, but I want to move out.
Right?
It would always be home, but it's like it's less opportunity in Youngstown, Ohio.
Mm-hmm. We don't have nothing here. Nothing that honestly can get us to a good place. Like, yeah, we have Chopin and we also have YSU, but it's like we don't have much opportunity here. We can't go out and do certain things. A lot of stuff got taken away from us, like skating, arcades, and everything. So we don't really have anything to do here.
Right. We don't have any NBA teams, NFL
Mhm.
teams, no nothing.
The only NFL place we have here is YSU. We don't have how other cities
Well,
have.
that's
They
a-
have the Lakers. They have
That's
the
a college.
Yeah, I'm saying
College
they have
football
that football game, like that football stuff. But say like other states, they have the Lakers, they have the Chargers, they have all that. We don't.
Right.
We don't have nothing to. It's honestly gonna be hard to make it out of here. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Right. But my goals is to do good in high school, get good grades, graduate high school with a diploma, and make my way, to college
Where
to
you
play
wanna go?
basketball.
What college do you want to go to?
I want to go to Ohio State.
I want to go to either Eastern Gateway or YSU to further my business degrees and everything.
Oh, that's good. What do you want to do, like in business?
I want to have my own skincare business. I want to have my clothing line. I want to do nails and stuff. What do you want to do?
I just want to, like play basketball. But if that doesn't work out, then
You
I
always
want
have
to
that plan
run
B.
own my own business.
Always
know.
have a plan B,
Yes.
especially if one thing doesn't work. Always have that backup, like that plan B,
Right,
because that plan A might not work, but then you have your plan B, and that might work.
right. I want to have my own restaurant, and I want to have my own merch and my own shoes.
What kind of food do you want at your restaurant?
Food, what kind of food? Like burgers, fries, and
Like a fast food site?
like all types of food. Like it's like Golden Corral,
Ooh,
like
good.
all you
That
can
sounds
eat
good.
buffet, like every type of food.
Yeah. So you want to have your own buffet, basically,
Yes,
where everything's like handmade. Like you don't want that processed stuff. You want actual food.
yes. I want to make my mom proud. Because we've been through a lot.
Exactly.
So I
Especially
want to.
coming from where we're coming from, there's not a lot of kids that have opportunities here. A
Right.
lot of kids, they have opportunities outside of here, like
Right.
different states. Us, we really don't have much opportunity to make it here.
Right. There are like bad things that's in the city, and there are good things in the city.
Hmm.
But I'll always love my city.
You might not say, okay, we're Youngstown, right? So this was always gonna be home, no matter we say we gonna move to LA. Youngstown always gonna be our home. We cannot say that, oh, we were from here, or this is not home to us. It's home
Right.
to us. Yeah, we might not want to rep where we're from, but we actually gonna rep where we're from.
Right.
We're not just gonna sugarcoat and say, oh, we're not from here when we're actually from here.
Right. I really want to put my city on the map.
You know?
Because like every time I'm talking to my friends in the party, like on the Xbox, like they're like they be from like different cities. Like I be telling them about Youngstown, Ohio. Like they be asking me where I'm from. I be saying
Mhm.
Youngstown, Ohio. They be like, "What is Youngstown, Ohio?"
Nobody knows about us.
Yes.
It's more because we have a lot of violence in our city well, it's not even just our cities, through our state. So they don't want us to see us, basically, because they say, oh, it's a lot of violence. So they don't want other states seeing us. So like, oh, well, where's that?
Right.
Being that we have all we got going on here, they rather see like the suburbs or the big towns.
Right.
That they still have things going on too, but they just don't want to put it like see it.
I feel like they blackballed our city.
Mhm. They did. They feel like, oh, they have a lot of violence, so we don't like want nobody to see them. So we're just gonna cut them out.
Right.
Mhm.
It's-
It's like they want us to be like back. They don't want us to be like right here. Honestly, we can make our city better. It's just like we all gotta come as one. Especially if we're gonna have like more businesses in our town.
Right.
We gotta come together as that one to be able to say, oh, we can do this or we can do that.
Yes.
And try to make it better.
My aunt's brother on her dad's side, he made it to the NBA. His name is Terry Rozier, and I want to be like him. He's inspirational because he's from Youngstown, Ohio, and he made it to the NBA.
We can honestly make it out. It's just like you gotta believe in yourself. Say I can do it, and I can honestly make it out from where I was from.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, you can do everything and anything you put your mind into if you work hard.
Yeah. Advice to if you're younger, like your younger kids watching this, do anything you set your mind to. Never tell, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that.
Right.
Do it.
And remember to support your friends the same way you support these celebrities.
Right. Because a lot of kids, they feel like they need to support celebrities and their own friends when their own friends need them.
Right.
Yeah. To stay in school, guys. That's the most important. Stay in school, especially if you want to do things in life. Go to school, get that diploma. Go to school, get that degree. Yeah, it might get hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. It might get hard,
Right.
but do it.
Even if you don't make it to where you want to be, you have to have a backup plan.
Yep.
Life isn't easy. It takes hard work to make it where you want to be in life.
Yep. And there might be bumps along the road where it's like it feels, oh, I can't do this, but you got it. Trust and believe. You got
Right.
it. School's not easy.
Right about that.
Yep. And with school and everything, school might be a struggle with certain things. Like,
Well, it's not. Well, it is, but if you pay attention,
mhm.
then it's not. It's only hard if you make it hard. If you're not paying attention or not listening, then it will be hard.
Yeah. Just try to pay attention as much as possible. It might get hard, but trust me, paying attention is going to get you a lot, especially if you want to graduate.
Right.
Make sure you pay attention.
You know, a lot of my family members and friends, they dropped out of high school due to like being on the streets and going to jail. I don't want to be like them. I want to break that cycle.
Break
I
that
wanna-
generational curse.
Right. That's why I'm in school. I play sports and I work.
Work hard, guys. All right, y'all. This is our episode of the day. CC and Town One. We'll see you on the next episode next week.
And that's the end of this episode of In Progress Podcast. Tune in next time.